Herc916 getting down with Bigo. Yeah, man, done jumped on Bigo and I'm doing my thing over there, so you could check me out. The link is in the description. It's uncensored. I don't have to deal with all the red tape and worrying about getting unmonetized or things of that nature because of the topics I'm talking about. I could be freely conversational, enjoy chit chat with different people. I'll be organizing live streams over there. I'll also be doing organized panels. So check me out on Bigo, Big Herc916. Would love to see you. And it's all about that positivity and that motivation. What up? Big Herc916, positivity, motivation. Enjoying this beautiful Sunday morning. And I once heard an interview with Morgan Freeman, and when asked about race, he said, "You know how you get rid of racism?" He said something to the tone that you stop talking about it. Not to say that you ignore it, but you stop putting a spotlight on it. He asked a guy who was Jewish if he wanted a Jewish History Month, and he said no. And he said, well, then why should I be happy with a Black History Month? History is every day. It's not limited to just a month of dedicating a culture to a month. It's pretty pathetic, in my opinion. But, this is what they do to pacify, and, you have these groups who make a lot of money off of racism. Now that the election's over with and, they done settled down, there's no riots to kick in, all the overtime and insurance claims, and things are starting to open back up gradually. If you do what they say, they're going to kick up the trial of GF. I don't know if this is being monitored in the analytics, so I'm not even going to say the name, but GF trial, similar to the Rodney King trial, to see what's going to be the next move. Now, race, it keeps people watching the news. It keeps things stirred up. It's divide and conquer at its greatest. I mean, I tell you guys time and time again, this is the same bullshit they do in the penitentiary. If white guys and black guys sit down and they're talking, if the Hispanics are chilling with the brothers, if the people are getting along, the warden's like, man, this is not what we want going on. This is not the program. They'll bring in somebody who's controversial to the yard, and it's going to cause a divide among the peace, and this particular person is going to trigger a situation on the yard, and that's a lockdown. Lockdown means we take away some stuff. It means people get shipped all over, and there's no more peace. See, they gotta kick off a lockdown again. This is what this is all about. I mean, the blacks and the whites is not as intense as they would like it to be. They want it to be worse than what it is, but it's not. People are kind of thinking they're not as stupid. I mean, I was in L.A. Sherman Oaks area, and you had white people walking around with BLM. You know what I mean? So it's not. They thought it was going to kick off a riot. So what they do is they want to now create. Now they got all the attention on Violence against Asians. Now, all of a sudden, people are just randomly attacking Asians, blacks in Oakland, people here and there. I mean, it's like, come on, really? Now, you couldn't get the blacks and whites, so you're going to have to now kick off the Asians to create a beef so that the Asians and maybe the blacks or somebody now get into it, and it's going to, cause a stir with them. And then, if you don't know, in the penitentiary, once again, Asians, ride with certain cars. So maybe this is spillover from the penitentiary to the streets, because a lot of these things trend from the pen. I mean, the OGs in the pen, the shot callers in the pen dictate a lot of policy on the street politics. So I don't know if this is a bigger plan in that nature, but I'm just throwing it out there because I see the plan. And I've seen people who I know that, that are white, that are, never talked about race in their life, now talking about race, trying to tell me about different things and, the bias and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, you're watching the news. You're caught up in the same bullshit as everybody else. And this has always been there, but now they're magnifying it because they want to stir up some more shit, man. And, if this doesn't work, then of course, we always got the rappers who are gonna stir up some more killings and go at each other, and we can continue to round these guys up. You see it every day, all day. NLE, what is it? The Choppa, young boy, I think that's his name. Had a gun beef. A gun charge in Louisiana. Went to LA to shoot a video. He got arrested on a gun charge. So they're just building cases against these dudes. And when it comes time, they'll just round them all up. They keep letting them out, knowing that they're going to do something else. And then they'll post somebody else who says something, and they'll give it a lot of, analytics, a lot of exposure, and everybody will watch it. Then they'll get mad and say something on Instagram, and they're just using all the evidence back and forth. Then somebody shoots, and then booyah, we got another case. Round up all these guys in a conspiracy. And I say this because I think 4 or 5 moves ahead, because that's how I look at life, man. Which I didn't always look at life like this. I made a lot of stupid moves, checkerboard moves, but, I just look at it. They let little Tim out. Now, things have settled down in Atlanta, and I'm not to say I'm not a lawyer. I don't know about his case, but he's out on bail. Now, they say that he says little things about that particular murder, and it irritates other people, gets them riled up. Now we got some more beasts going on over there. See, it's nonstop, man. It's nonstop with them getting people riled up, and especially people who work off emotions. And the trigger a lot of times is trying to get black people riled up in every direction, because they know a lot of black people are gonna see certain or hear certain things and react because of just the nature. And I'm not saying blacks are any less intelligent. I'm just saying, as far as you see it on just all the Twitter and YouTube feeds, man, when they put it out there, all the videos with the things regarding to especially hip hop gets millions of views. You put something about, a black and white child working together, playing together, or a black family helping a white family, or a white family helping a black, and it gets nothing. I've seen a black guy who got out, who beat a life sentence, got out, got his degree, no coverage, man. It's like, you don't want to see the people who have changed your life, but you want to see chaos. Chaos feeds the animal, feeds the system, and it keeps everybody running around. I didn't even, like I said, somebody mentioned to me, a white person, to talk about the GF, and I'm not going to talk about it, man, because I'm not going to feed into it. I know people in law enforcement. I've been on the other side, and there's good and bad. Just like street dudes, there's some good dudes, there's some pieces of shit. So I'm not going to endorse every cat from the street, from the hood, because there's some dudes in the hood that I would never break a bowl of top ramen with. Straight garbage. Straight garbage, man. So, to sit here and point the finger at everybody in law enforcement, and then you got all these people running around, talking about do this, do that. I'm not going to get involved in that. You're not going to trick me into being a stoogie for the bullshit. And if I was, my channel would be at 1 million followers right now, because I would be one of those people that would be doing the narrative. And I'm always contrary, because I think now, I see things. I was one of the few people in the penitentiary that had a group of individuals who were learning together, who were, I had white guys, Asian homie, Belizean, black, Mexican, Hispanic. We had a very diverse group, and we all were educating each other. And you know how many times they pulled me into SIS and asked me what my agenda was, what I was up to, what we were studying? You know how many times they tripped off of me having a Mexican celly? You know how many times they tripped off of me hanging out in a white guy's cell talking about the law and business? Man, it was all the time, because it didn't add up. And they would have loved for me somehow to have done something stupid, so they could have justified giving me the bus ride around the country or putting me in the hole. But I never put myself in one of those positions. And there was a lot of demons in there. There was a lot of dudes looked like me that were mad, that hated on me because of how I operated and navigated my way through that prison system. And I look at the streets, it's a similar methodology. You navigate and you don't get caught up in the melee. You avoid all the hype and just the emotional pool, because they want us to run around in circles, and not see the big picture. Like I said, we got people in power right now that can't even read their name. We got things going on around our country that aren't being addressed because it's not what the political machine wants addressed, but yet these things are just very bad situations, things going on with our borders, and things going on with our kids, man. Attacks on the sexualities of our kids. Our kids they don't even know what the hell they are anymore. So when you talk about what's going on, I don't see people using common sense no more. I see nothing but a bunch of goddamn ignorance, and I can't endorse it. But hey, I'm not a part of that. I'm not a part of that selective group. I don't just follow the herd. I'm not a sheep. I pick and choose, and I'm smart enough to see that, you're not going to sell me on no bullshit. And I'm not going to get mad at a person because they're Asian, because they're white, or because they don't believe what I believe. I could have a civilized conversation with somebody who has a totally different belief system because I'm an intellectual. But at the same time, I'm going to look at the big picture, and if we can share something and maybe find some common interest, maybe we can try to work for the greater good. But like I said, man, there's no common sense being used right now, and they're trying to stir up some more shit with the GF trial. There's going to be some twist to it, believe me. I mean, and I feel for the people out there. From what I've read, I haven't been there, but that GF autonomous zone where it's just chaos, and ain't nobody talking about that, and it's no different than nobody talking about the Chicago murders, all the people getting the shootings out there, and it's just like, it's not even news no more because it's black on black, it's crazy, man. If it's white on white, nobody cares either. But if it's Asian on white, black on Asian, Hispanic on black, black on Hispanics, then they're going to get all the attention, because they need that to take away your straps, to take away one of your liberties, to take away one of your voices. They need that. But if it's the same, nobody cares. Think, man. Use some common sense out here. I don't even watch the news, and I could just, through conversation, see what's going on and peep the game, because I unplugged, man. I can't stand the program, and so therefore I try to talk about other things, get more in, my hobby, my car passion, mentoring, life coaching, and other things. But I just look at this big thing, and it's like, it's ugly, man. It's ugly what's going on. And I feel for you people out there who have children you're trying to raise in this environment. And in the next 20 years, it's hard to say where we're going to be at as a culture, let alone a nation. Yeah, man, common sense has been thrown out the window a long time ago, man, because a lot of people have no common sense. You walk around and you look at like, man, these people, they don't even, they're highly educated, but they can't even, they don't even have a original opinion. It's very, very disturbing, man. Big Herc916.
Hello, I'm Big Herc916. Contact me for life coaching and motivational speaking.
Welcome to Vault TV. If you're fed up with paying cable companies and streaming apps too much money every month for limited content, then Vault TV is the solution you've been waiting for. Vault TV uses our innovative software to connect you with up to 17,000 live TV channels from over 50 countries worldwide. Watch up to 100,000 movies on demand, up to 5,000 TV shows with over 120,000 episodes, live sports, news, and so much more. Starting as low as $12.99 per month and no need for a cable guy to come to your home, it's never been a better time to make the switch to Vault TV. Save money and have the full freedom to control your home entertainment your way. Visit us at vaulttv.com and start saving money today.
What up? Big Herc916. I'm a really big car guy, and I've been working with a lot of different brands doing sponsorship. Well, I recently got a sponsorship with Muscle Up car detail spray. Check out the link in the description. Man, this spray is the bomb, and it works great on cars as far as the paint, the trimmings, but it also works great on wheels. Look how dirty these wheels are. Now I just had these powder coated black, and they're pretty dirty, but I'm gonna go ahead and spray some of this non-chemical based detail spray on here so you can see how well it cleans these wheels. Give it a nice white, and I'm kind of doing it fairly fast so you can kind of see what's going on here. But man, it doesn't streak, and it's safe. It's safe for your wheels because it doesn't have any chemicals. So if you have powder coated wheels, or if you have a wrap, it's not going to damage your wrap, but it gets your wheels. I mean, man, this is something you can take with you, while you're going to car shows. You just got to make sure you use a clean microfiber rag. But take a look at that. I mean, wow, it really cleaned the wheels well. And I still would have to go inside a little bit more, but just to show you, it does a great job, and it doesn't streak at all. So Muscle Up car detail spray, get you some.